entertainmentbuddha.com.
Hey now everyone, Matt Haywood here from entertainmentbuddha.com, and we are going to break down the very first trailer for Captain Marvel. Woohoo! That's right, Marvel released it today. It's about a 2-minute long trailer, and it was quite excellent in terms of getting me, and hopefully you, intrigued with the Captain Marvel movie, which is due out March 8th, 2019. So without further ado, let's go ahead and break this thing down shot by shot, do some plot speculation, some analysis. You never know where we're going to go, but we're going to go right now. Alright, so the trailer opens up with an explosion. It looks like a ship has crashed and escape pod's coming out, and within the next shot we learn that the escape pod probably belonged to, hey, it's Captain Marvel, aka Carol Danvers. So it seems she's going to make it back to Earth. She's probably investigating something with the Star Force, maybe on her own. We find out she may be a renegade, and something happens. She blows up, crash lands on Earth, and lo and behold, she crashes into a Blockbuster Video. So again, this movie's taking place during the early mid-90s, so we're going to get some of this nostalgia thrown in at us. So like I said, it appears Captain Marvel is going to make it back to Earth, and I'm saying back because, as we're going to see going on here, it looks like she's been here before, investigating something, ship crashes, crash lands, looks like she ends up in Los Angeles. Alright, next shot looks like Captain Marvel makes it to some sort of bus station, train station. Again, I believe they're in LA, and we start to get a voiceover narration from Samuel Jackson's Nick Fury, who is yet to become the director of S.H.I.E.L.D. And basically he's saying, I know about renegade warriors, I just didn't know one would ever come from the sky. So if you remember, if you've been following along with this movie, at this point there has been no alien interactions. I mean, it's going to be Fury's first interactions with aliens, which again is going to lead him to do what he does and forming the Avengers, so on and so forth. So it looks like Fury is going to be assigned to Captain Marvel's case when she crash lands on Earth for the first time. So Fury's narration continues, where he's essentially explaining probably to Captain Marvel that they have never run in with aliens before. Here you can see a Skrull probably in a S.H.I.E.L.D. facility. There's Fury. Here we get a ship, probably Skrull again. I mean, maybe that's why Captain Marvel was around Earth and crash landed. More than likely that's going to be the case. And he's talking about the day's big events, which seem to include a car chase. Here we have Captain Marvel jumping onto an LA train, and she's eventually going to blast out her energy beams out of her hands, so that was cool to see this. So I'm guessing this all takes place very early on. She crash lands on Earth. She has this run-in with the Skrull she's chasing. It alerts S.H.I.E.L.D. Fury links up with her, and then that's where we go from there. So the trailer continues on with these two now together and kind of talking, trying to figure out who's who. And Captain Marvel's essentially explaining to Fury, like, listen, I think I've been here before. I keep having flashbacks of this place, but I don't know if they're real. So then the trailer shifts into kind of showing off more of her alien heritage. We get a shot of her ship, probably Star Force ship. Here, the Star Force ship more than likely going to some sort of Kree stronghold or a Kree home planet. Captain Marvel looking out. It's a nice sunset. I mean, who knows what's going on? Again, this definitely isn't on Earth, but she's sitting here. This is where she's starting to talk, basically saying, hey, something's not right. My memories are kind of scrambled. I do think I've been here before. So now we get into some flashbacks. And I know this movie was touted as not being an origin movie, but the way these next few scenes play out, I do believe we're at least going to get some flashbacks to quickly explain Captain Marvel's origin, at least how she ended up with the Kree and then back at Earth, and why she's having these memories of Earth and being a kid on Earth. So the trailer continues on with her flashbacks. Here she is again as an Air Force pilot. So, I mean, like I said, we are going to explore parts of this character's past, even though she's already going to have her powers when we first meet her. So throughout the trailer, she keeps having these little flashes of, have I done this before? Have I been here before? I was a little kid. I was training. What's going on? So this stuff intrigues me greatly. What happened to her? Has her brain been scrambled? Who knows? Trailer keeps just going into her past. I believe this is going to be a pivotal moment in this character's life. I think this is where she gets her powers. It looks like she crash lands on some sort of alien planet. As she's laying there, you get some itchy witchy cat's ass going on. She's sensing something. But I believe this is going to be the location where she gets her Captain Marvel-esque powers. Alright, the next two shots in the trailer are kind of interesting because it's implying that maybe she was brainwashed by the Kree or something when they found her after they realized she's been powered, but she's strapped into this device that doesn't look very pleasing or comfortable. She kind of looks like she's being zombified. So there's a good chance the Kree, whatever turned her into the Kree-human hybrid, found her, brought her back to her home world, and tried to brainwash her and turn her into the killing machine that she is in Star Force. And more than likely, this is all done at the hands of Mar-Vell, who the world believes is being played by Jude Law. Speaking of Star Force, the trailer then moves into there, shows a shot of the team heading to their ship. Again, these are kind of a bunch of badasses that go around the galaxy kicking ass in the name of the Kree Empire. There is one of their tops, that is Captain Marvel. Who knows what they call her at this point? Maybe Carol, maybe Danvers, we don't know. And then here's a shot of Jude Law's character, who still hasn't been named, but many people are going with he is Mar-Vell, who was the first Captain Marvel. And if you ever read the origin story of the character, it's kind of weird, but basically he was first, dated Carol, they had an accident, she got the powers, and then lo and behold, she's Captain Marvel. So who knows if that's how it's going to go in the movie, but many believe he will be Mar-Vell, and some think he'll even end up being a villain. We now get a few more what I like to call flashback scenes. Here is Danvers, presumably as a jet fighter pilot, which we know she is. So again, we got to realize why she doesn't remember this stuff. Here she is. It looks like she's almost in space. I'm assuming this is happening right before the fateful crash that ends up turning her into Captain Marvel, or giving her those powers and fusing her DNA with Kree DNA. Who knows? Like I said, not supposed to be an origin movie, right? Right now, the trailer gives us our second look at the Skrulls, who are going to be the main bads in this, but again, I think it might be a smoke screen. There's a good chance that Mar-Vell is going to be the big bad, but who knows? Don't take it to the bank quite yet. Here was a funny shot in the trailer. It looks like she's about to punch out an old lady on a train, but it's more than likely a Skrull, because if you know what they can do, they can transform or metamorphosize into pretty much anything they want, any type of species. So she's not just knocking out old people for fun. Right, as the trailer continues, Fury keeps talking about all these threats that he now has to prepare for, or Earth, or people of Earth have to prepare for. So we just get shots of death and destruction. We get this ominous shot of Ronan the Accuser. Remember, he was the big bad from the original Guardians of the Galaxy. So we're going to get to see him when he's still considered part of the Kree Empire, but I have a feeling we're going to get to see him do something in this movie which leads to his exile, as well as Korath the Pursuers, who is played by Jimon Husoo. So take that to the bank. All right, next two shots give us Team Young Shield. Yeah, there's Coulson. Look at all that hair. It's awesome. I love Phil. So again, as we're seeing these shots, Fury's just talking about, hey, we've now realized we have these existential threats coming from space. What are we going to do? We need people to protect us. Presumably he's talking to Captain Marvel, like, hey, we need people like you to protect us. And boom, there's the pager. So that's kind of a callback to the post-credit scenes from Infinity War. It's not the same one. I mean, the one that he has in the future is a little more souped up, but I guarantee you the use of the pager in this movie ties into his use of the pager in Infinity War, so I like that they provided that shot in this trailer. Things now start to move into montage mode, so we get this shot of the Star Force. Looks like they're in some underwater mission. The cool thing about this is that you get to see Captain Marvel with her alternate look, which is kind of wearing like a full-on helmet, but her hair sticks out to make it look like a mohawk. So I just thought that was badass. It was cool to see Team Star Force all pimped out in their gear. They're probably on some sort of mission, again, on an underwater planet, ocean somewhere. Just a cool looking shot. All right, so the next shot, I believe, is a follow-up from the one I talked about earlier, where she's crash landing on this planet and her hand starts to glow. I do believe this moment you're seeing right here is the moment she gets her powers. So I do think, while this isn't an origin movie in a traditional sense, we are going to get to see some of her origins at least play out through flashbacks. And we get a return to her badass looking outfit shot. I just dig this costume for her. I think it's badass looking. She looks badass without the helmet or the face mask on, but looks even more badass with it on, especially when the eyes light up. She's Batman. All right, as the trailer wraps, I believe we're getting a very important moment right here. So, I mean, turn away, turn it down if you don't want any spoilers, but I'm going to give this a take it to the bank rating. I believe who we're seeing in this shot is Captain Marvel after she's been convinced by Fury and S.H.I.E.L.D. to kind of be a good guy for Earth. This is her facing down against her former boss and mentor, Mar-Vell, played by Jude Law. I can almost guarantee it. I'm telling you right now, he's going to find her on Earth. He's going to be mad that she likes Earth and that she's finding out about her past, and he's going to reveal that he's never really liked Earthlings and wants to blow up Earth with the Skrull. That's just my guess, but they are going to have a showdown, and she'll probably kill him. I can just tell because she's wearing her new outfit there, right? The whole Captain America color theme deal. And the trailer saved the best for last. So just as Captain Marvel is explaining to Fury, like, hey, listen, you don't really know who or what I am, we get to see her go Super Saiyan in her modern Captain Marvel outfit. This isn't her Star Force outfit. It's the modern one with the, I guess, the America color palette, if you will. And just two great shots to end out this first trailer for Captain Marvel. So that's my breakdown, analysis, and plot speculations. Who knows if anything will pan out, but I do think I'm right on the fact that we are going to get a quasi-origin story, at least told through flashbacks. I do believe Mar-Vell will turn out to be a villain. That's going to be the twist, and she's going to end up beating him up and killing him in the end. And I do believe we're going to see how the pager ties into Infinity War, and hopefully how this character is going to tie into Avengers 4. So definitely was intrigued by this first trailer. 2 thumbs up. Can't wait to see more. Can't wait for next March. All right, everyone. Thanks for watching. Matt Haywood here, signing off for EntertainmentBuddha.com, where we make you a better geek, one post at a time.
EntertainmentBuddha.com